I'm just like.
So I'll just come in on this. So I don't think, and at least for me, I'm not saying that women can't do it. It's not so much a judgment like you shouldn't do it. You're free. You should be free to do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is that for a lot of men, it is a important. Not all men.
Morals.
It's important consideration for a lot of them in terms of who they're going to choose for a long-term partner. So you're free to do it, but what are the potential consequences? Some men might not take you seriously for long-term commitment if you have a promiscuous past.
I thought this was a dating show. Why are we talking about marriage?
I mean, that's a component. Long-term serious relationships are components
at 21,
of
I'm
dating.
sorry, I'm not thinking about marriage right now. I'm like, I don't even date. So like, why would I like go through it? And then like, also the fact is like, I respect everyone's opinion. If you don't want to date someone like that, that's fine. But that's my choice. That's what I want to do.
You're free to move through life however you'd like. But what I'm telling you is that it might, actions can have consequences. The consequence might be that if
we're not living for those men.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. But the consequence might be some men, maybe most men, if you have a high body count.
Then I don't want them.
That's totally fine.
You're just saying most. You're like, oh, this man, but it's most. Like, you don't know that. You don't know.
Most men would, if they had to choose.
Can you show me?
What's that? The statistic?
Show me the statistic. Where's the...
Yeah.
The most men.
Let's go to the next question.
Put a poll
No, we
in
can
chat.
continue. But
God, this is spicy.
Okay, I don't have like an infographic I can pull up, but I mean,
I
can tell
is,
you
like, not the accurate thing to say.
most. There's
it's
no.
your opinion, and you're just coming and saying it.
No, it's.
You're the host, so obviously you're gonna ask questions that you're interested in. So this is something that you're interested in. It's your topic. Obviously, we know from this conversation, you don't want to date a woman that's quote unquote ran through. That is again their personal opinion.
That's correct.
I respect that. You
Me
can
too.
do that, but for me, I don't care.
Yo, Eric. Eric. Do you want a girl with a high body count or a low body count? Okay, there you go. So, I mean, you've got a couple guys here at this table.
But the thing is, like, if you meet a girl and you're like, oh, like, she's like, I'm super into her, are you going to be like, okay, this is the deal breaker? That's the only thing. Like, you're like, everything else is a green flag.
I'll give you an example.
100%. But she has a high body count, then you're immediately going to, like, it's a no.
Let me give you an example. I would rather date an average-looking woman who has a 0 body count than a 10 out of 10 model who's slept with 100 men.
I'm talking about like personality and shit. Like I'm talking about like I'm not talking about sleeping with people. I'm talking about like dating, like being with someone.
I think she's saying like them for them rather than what their body count is because they're past.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that yes, if she has a very high body count, if she has a promiscuous past, it's a wrap.
But everything else is completely fine, exactly what you're looking for.
I mean, but this is a hypothetical scenario you're painting here.
Exactly.
But most women, if a woman...
No, I want to take it to that extreme. She has every single quality that you're looking for.
Sure.
You want to bring her to mom.
Sure.
Right? Like, you're like, okay, this is the girl.
I'm not bringing a girl with 100 body count to mom.
Do you feel me?
I'm sorry.
It's not happening.
Because your mom's going to
Damn,
ask.
my nigga, about 100? Like,
I mean,
100? Like,
that's a lot.
You gotta bring her to the fucking church, you know what I'm saying? Like, said 100, like, y'all going crazy, like...
There's some girls...
What is a high body count to you?
I mean, high, like 30, over 30, that's high.
What's one to you?
I don't think any... I mean, I guess I'd say 100 is high. I think that's
okay.
I just want to know, like, what their perspective of high is.
That's what I was saying. I was like, this ain't crazy talking about 100.
That's a really big
I
number.
about 20. If you got 22.
mean, some of these SBCC, UCSB girls, like, their first freshman semester,
Gangbanged.
20, 30 in the
Easy.
semester.
Imagine that's your girl, though. Like, imagine that's your girl. Like,
For me,
She has free will. She can
for
do whatever
me,
the
like I
fuck she
said, I
wants with
know
her
what
own
I've
body.
done. I
Does
know
it
what I've
help?
done to be able to say, I can't hold somebody to these standards because then what if they said that about me?
I feel like
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, I can't date a girl with this and that, blah, blah, because then what if she says that? What if the girl that I want says that to me? Yo, I love you, this and that, blah, blah, I want to see, but what's your body count? Shit, that's a deal breaker. Fuck. She ain't going to be with me. So that's why it's not that I don't care. Like, deep down inside, I do, Cause like how he said, like
You
the
don't wanna
same
hear about it?
morals, like the same morals. Like I don't want to think of my woman, my girl, the one that I touch, that I sleep with, being fucking, you know, being like cummed on and like get that shit on my head. You feel me? So it matters in that sense.
I mean,
but like to talk about it.
You feel you don't need
Yeah,
to know.
like I'd rather
It's better
just
not
not,
to know.
because if it really comes out, you're gonna say some shit that I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, and that's gonna push me off, or I'm gonna say some shit that you're gonna be like,
Just lie.
What
Let's
the
say
fuck?
you're
Just
saying
lie about
it
your
doesn't
body
matter
count.
because you don't want to know.
Just lie. Just lie.
You're saying you don't want to ask.
most
'cause you
of
don't
yeah,
wanna
that's
know?
why I stopped asking. That was
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
first.
saying.
No,
it doesn't
okay,
matter. Just
besides
lie.
that, what-
It's a number.
Would you prefer it to be low if
We go on
she
to
were
the
to
next
answer?
topic.
I mean, I would prefer it to be
Okay.
low. Preference, sure,
Prefer it to be low.
sure.